Hey there, it's Jake from Geo Targetly, and in this super short tutorial I will be showing you how to implement Geo Targetly into your WordPress website. Step 1, you will need a Geo Targetly account. In order to get an account, you can start a free trial. We offer a 14-day free trial, no credit card information needed, no limitations, access to all features. Once you have an account, go ahead and log in, and you will be greeted with our product dashboard. On the product dashboard, you need to select which feature of Geo Targetly to implement. For the sake of this tutorial, I will be showing you how to implement geolocation, but be informed that the implementation is pretty much the same across all of these features, and we also do have tutorials, video tutorials on setup of all of these features. So just locate the feature that you want to implement and a configuration that you want to paste into your site, and then if you do not have a configuration already, create a new one. If you do, just go into get code, but the code part is the last step of any setup, so it should be fairly straightforward. Once you're here, you need to grab the code, and to grab the code you just click on copy to clipboard, and that's step 2 completed. You already have the code to be implemented. Before we move to step 3, I want to say that Geo Targetly is a one-time implementation. So you take the code and paste it into your site just one time, and any changes that you do inside the application from that point onward are automatically propagated to your site. You do not need to paste the code again. Cool, on to the step 3, getting the code into your site. There are 2 ways of doing it. First and the simplest is our plugin. We offer plugins for some of our features, such as Geo Redirect. You just download the plugin and paste the tracking code there, as easy as that. But in case you want to steer clear of plugins or for any other reason, I will be also showing you how to implement the tracking code directly via admin. For that, you need to get into the admin, and in the admin, you will go into Appearance, and under Appearance, theme file editor. This will get you to the PHP side of things, and over here you need to locate either theme footer or theme header. In order to determine whether it's a footer or the header, you will return to Geo Targetly and you will check the code above the tracking code, or check the text above the tracking code. Over here you can determine whether the code should be pasted into the footer or into the header. For geolocation, it's just before the closing body tag, which means that it should be placed into the footer, but for some of our services such as Geo Redirect or Geo Block, it should be placed into the header. Now that we know that, let's return over here and we will select footer. And as you can see, we should be able to find the closing body tag. As you can see, it's over here. So what we would do, we would just paste the code just above the closing body tag, and then we would update the file. And that's pretty much it. That's under 3 minutes, and Geo Targetly implemented into your site. This is a site-wide implementation, meaning this will be implemented into every page of your site. This is beneficial, for example, if you picture you have a US site and a Canadian site, and you want to redirect all the Canadian visitors hitting the US site and redirect them to the Canadian site, no matter what US page they land on as the first page. This would be a use case for the site-wide implementation, but in other cases you might also want to implement Geo Targetly for a specific set of pages only. The use case here might be that you have some content that is geographically restricted, but that content lives only on certain pages. In order to do that, what you would need to do is the same, but you would need to find the theme of the page for which you want to implement it, such as single post or something like that. So basically you would need to find a page for which you want to implement it and paste the code there. It might be the case that you might need to create a kind of duplicate of a theme or a theme page or a theme code in order to implement for just some pages, but the possibility is there. That's the implementation of that. Implementation done. But before I sign off, I want to share a couple of tips with you. First tip is making sure that the tracking code is implemented correctly. In order to do that, just go to a page for which the code should be implemented, and then click on Inspect. Like this, so that you see Inspect, and go into Network. And in Network, into the search bar, type GL question mark. This might be a bit cryptic. Why GL question mark? It's fairly simple. GL stands for geolocation. So for Geo Redirect, it would be GR and so on and so forth. But you can also always reference the tracking code and find what should be typed as part of the tracking code. After that, just go ahead and refresh the page, and you can see that the tracking code is being fired, it should be present as one of the search results, and the status code should be 200. Okay, now you know that the code was implemented correctly. But let's say even if you implement the code correctly, GeoTargetly is still not doing what you expect it to do. If that's the case, you might want to try out our test mode. So return to the setup, and over here you will go into test mode. And in test mode, once you input your IP address, which you can determine by clicking on the link here, and once you select the location that you want to simulate the visit from, hit OK and save. What will happen is that the next time that you enter your page, that page will be displayed as if coming from that visitor location. So you can see how GeoTargetly changes your site, either changes the content, redirects the visitor, as if you were entering that page from a location that you're physically not in. Last tip is similar results can be achieved with VPNs such as NordVPN or ExpressVPN, but basically the test mode is always the most precise because it's GeoTargetly to GeoTargetly communication. If even after all of this you're still struggling to get GeoTargetly do what you want it to do, I invite you to get in touch. We will be more than happy to help you with the setup. You can reach our support team either by writing an email to support@geotargetly.com, or if you click on this button over here, you can chat with our support team in real time via our on-site chat support. If you're more of a reading person, go ahead and visit our resources. We offer written guides, we offer video tutorials for all of our services, as well as quick start guides in slideshow format for all of our features. With that, I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll have a great day.